Okay, guys, so today I'll be talking about white spaces. Okay, so white spaces error is actually done by Betty, right? And you know that Betty is to make sure your code is on standard, like they are trying to arrange your code so that it's going to follow a particular pattern. Okay, so let's just create a small. So um let me vi a say test dot c, right? So let's say we are writing our code to write. We start by putting our header file, include, I will say stdio.h. Okay, so if I'll press enter. So when I press enter, you'll notice that I didn't do any extra space here. So for example, let me go back. Let me say I put space like this. You see, I've put two space before I press enter. If I try Betty will tell me that I have trailing white space, and because that place is invisible, I will not be able to know. So for me to solve that, I will have to delete those extra spaces and pressing backspace before I press enter. Okay, so when I go back to that place now, okay, when I go back, wait, let me see. When I go back to the end, you see it takes me here. But if I put space here and I press enter and I come up and I go to the end, you see that it goes here. Okay, so I have to delete that white space. So that's the trailing white space. Okay, in the sense that if I go here and I go to the end, it will only press end on my computer, it will start from here. Okay, so that's trailing white space. And as you can see, all this place has trailing white space. For me to delete them, I have to press backspace to delete those spaces. Okay, so let me say I have um my comments here and I have my main, and my main is just for tutorial purpose. Okay, and then I press enter and I press enter and I write my um let's say my just see. You will understand these ones later, or let me just use the normal one you understand. Return, and let's set our return to maybe 0. You can put always 0, all those stuff, right? Just write something about your return. Okay, so let me just put something you're familiar with. Okay, so this place now, if I go and put space here before I press my enter, it will work. But it will tell me I have trailing white space. So to resolve this, okay, let me finish everything. You see, I added space here. If I go to the end of this line, can you see there's space here? So I have to delete this space. It has to be tight, air tight, no air, no space for it, no air space. Or you understand? So if I come down and I press main, sorry, because it's returning 0, so it's going to be int main, sorry, int main, and let's pass it non-argument, right? Okay, so this place too, I put space mistakenly. Okay, let's say I put it, I didn't know, I press enter. So all those space you have to delete them, airtight them. Okay, so I press enter. See, there's a space here too. So I used to delete this space. That's what I do. And then I'll put my holy praises. I don't know why this thing is hanging. Guy, you know they hang now. Okay, enter, enter. Okay, so put tab here. Okay, so let's say we have our print f, right, and we have our return to return 0, right? Okay, and inside our printf we have it just printing I am a boy. Okay, I am a, let me write something, wealthy man. Let me put something great. I am a wealthy man. Okay. So let's escape. You okay? Let me put space here again too. Mistake. I've put spaces here, but you would not know because you are still following the pattern. Okay. So let's escape WQ, right? LS. So we have test.c, right? So Betty test.c, right? So it's going to tell us that we have everything is correct, but the white space we have at number 8, number 5, 8, and 10. Okay, so let's go back into it. Vi test. Okay, so 5, 8, and 10, right? So number 5, there's space here, but you don't know, but we put here, right? 8, I think we put here. 10, we put here. Okay, so once we go to the edit mode, okay, and then you can you see this place? I'll just press backspace to remove those white spaces. Okay, I think I've removed this one. Okay, so you can check here too. If you press it once and it goes, yes, it means there's no white space. Just press your tab. I like arranging my work like this. So number 8, look at it. Can you see there's white space? And then I'll delete it. Okay, I'm going to delete this one too. So okay, so that's that. And then number 5, right? There's white spaces here, so I'll delete those white spaces. Okay, so those extra lines. So the white spaces, I think there's actually a way to make you view them. Okay, so if I maybe I'll make a separate video on how to view white spaces where you have white spaces. Okay, so um that's for now. All right, so let's try the Betty again. And then as you can see, we have no error again. Okay, so let's clear and remove test. Let's see. Okay, and that'll be all for now.